Hi, so my name is Kara Carrero, and I am the face and the voice behind Extremely Good Parenting. And first and foremost, you're going to hear my kids in the background, and used to, I would apologize for that. And in some ways, I still want to, but in other ways, I think it's important that we all understand that family is part of our core, it's part of who we are. And so I run my business with my family around, and I have to juggle them. And so you get to hear the little noises that go on in my house just as much as I do. So I wanted to approach the topic of why do parents need to reset? So we don't get a rewind button normally. We don't typically get a reset button. And what's really important is that we actually do take that time. So I remember whenever we moved across the country, we moved from Oklahoma City to Boston. I'm going to move over here. And when we did, we wound up putting our kids in front of a TV so much. And whenever we did that, it was like our kids turned into these crazy, like, screen-fed zombies, and they were hard to deal with. They were hard to ration with, like, you rationalize with. You couldn't talk to them about natural consequences because there was no logic. And so I remember that so vividly, and I remember whenever we moved into our new house, we just didn't even get a TV. And it was such a good reset for us because now we no longer had this opportunity to just plop a kid in front of a TV. Now we no longer had the excuse to say, well, what do you want to do tonight? I don't know, what do you want to do tonight? Like, we had to actually engage our kids. We actually had to engage each other. We actually had to make time for one another. And that became really important for our family. Over the last few years, you know, we've gotten back into a little bit of a rut. We've gotten back into just needing to reset. I'm about to have to put you down, but I'm not going anywhere. So we learned very quickly that going through periods of reset were important. And hold on, I'm trying to help my guy out. So whenever we go through periods of reset, we actually find a deeper connection with each other. So that idea too, that distance makes the heart grow fonder, you know, that's even the case whenever you go into these times of getting stuck into a rut, that you just really desire and crave to spend more time with each other. Parents need to be able to reset too, because you can't fill somebody else's cup if you're pouring from empty. And I am all too guilty of trying to pour from empty. I talked to Amanda from Messy Motherhood a long time ago on my podcast all about the idea that parenthood is hard and it feels like you might break something. Sorry, you just got kicked. It feels like you might break sometimes, but like knowing your triggers and knowing when to say enough is enough and that you need to reset is really important. But really, so I'm running a reset challenge, and I can give you more information on that if you don't already have it. This is Rhett. Hi. If you don't already have that information, I can get that information for you. But the idea behind the Family Reset Challenge is not just to reset, but to reset to a point that, you're also hearing my dog, to reset to a point where you can start thriving. Hold on. And whenever we reset to that point where we start thriving, then that's where we know we can really dig deep. And so the Family Reset Challenge is all about learning how to best serve and care for each other. So, hey bud, do you want to say hi? No? So I have these beautiful little faces that I need to serve and care for, just like you do. And whenever we take some dedicated time to do that and we make it a habit and we understand how to best do that, then it's easier to go back to those resets in the future. So I'm gonna have to go, but that's just a quick overview. I hope that it's helpful. I'm going to go through more information little by little as we can. So go ahead and subscribe so that you can get more information as you need it and so that you can gear up for your own reset. Bye.